Disco Elysium. Hola a todos mis coprolitas y coprolitas y bienvenidos a este vuestro canal Marcos Snake Gameplays y Cachondeo. Os habla Marcos Snake, un saludito. Bienvenidos a este cuarto episodio. Cuarto episodio de Disco Elysium.
And please take responsibility for the energy you bring into this space.
Creo que ya había estado aquí, así que vamos a dejarlo pasar.
The curtains, tattered with age and covered in dust, hang before you, as if taunting.
Ya habíamos visitado, hacer una tirada de dados y si no hemos sacado nada en claro, vamos a ver aquí qué hay. Libros de regalo de cadáver fundida. Creo que lo hemos visto todo de esta biblioteca, así que vamos a continuar. Vamos a echar un vistazo a nuestras tareas. Que creo que estaban aquí. Tenemos que examinar el cuerpo. Hemos completado 3. Entre ellos denunciar la de contacto montante en la comisaría del distrito 41. Pagar el estropicio. Fumate unos pitillas. Es que no tengo tabaco, creo. ¿Quién denunció el crimen? Ponte en contacto con Silvio utilizando la radio de Kim. ¿Tú tienes radio, tío? ¿Eh?
Yes?
No me deja. Deberíamos ir a investigar el cuerpo. Que ahora ya no me acuerdo dónde está. Es que no tenemos ningún mapa. Así que... ¿Me estáis viendo? No me acuerdo muy bien dónde era. El cuerpo. Está cerrado. Vamos a ver. Bueno, parece que estaba aquí. El chiquillo este no para de tirarle piedras. No.
The corpse looks at you with bulging white eyes. The face around them does not look human. It's swollen and ready to burst. His lips are... You seem to be holding your breath. A cargo belt twists his neck at an unnatural angle. The body below appears stiff. It's letting out an ungodly rot. The smell seeps in, even through your clenched nostrils.
Vamos a empezar a tirar dados. 1, 2 o 3.
Active decay. It's okay to throw up, officer. No one is judging.
He's about to blow! Cop's gonna blow, Kuno!
2 o 3.
The smell is repulsive. It pushes in from your mouth, more instant and more familiar than anything you'd expect. More fever than odor. It fills your mind, flushing you from within.
La pota.
You feel a great force ringing from your stomach. Your body curls until a pool of vomit lies under your feet and your throat. The smell of Commodore Red rises from the pool. Among it, distilled spirit and bits of shish.
1, 2 o 3.
It's okay. Happens to everyone. Keep it.
1, 2.
It's not pity. You should wipe your mouth after vomiting. The hangover is clearly making this worse for you. You could use some ammonia to clear your head.
1, 2 o 3.
If you can handle the headache, some officers use it to deal with cadaverine odor.
2, 3 o 4.
There's the fruit nearby. Maybe they have some in their apothecary. If they don't, there's a greenhouse here, and a gardener with a wheelbarrow on the corner of the whirling in rags. If she works here, she might have something for the smell.
Acquiring ammonia will provide a modifier to the white check. Modifiers make checks easier and allow you to retry them.
Está bloqueada. Pues no. Vamos a ver. La jardinera compraron en el fry. Esta es la jardinera. Tu colega. ¿Dónde estaba la jardinera esa? Aquí.
Welcome to Frit. Feel free to look.
What's that magazine she's reading?
No. Quiero comprar. 1, 2 o 3. 1, 2.
You mean this? This is Pop Stars. It's got like.
Looks like it also has something called Police de la Mode, featured on page 34.
1,
This
2, 3,
speaks to
4.
you.
Desde me empieza a ir la olla.
Yeah, me neither.
Vamos a seguirlos con el 3.
Okay. I'm not really supposed to be chatting to anyone, but.
Vamos a ver al manicomio.
She looks up from her magazine.
Yes, what we have is there, in the medicine cabinet. Go take a look yourself.
1, 2 o 3.
Finger pistol, 9mm.
Idea desarrollada.
Snap, snap, baby. Turns out guns aren't that much for protecting as they are for attacking people. If you want to protect people, really work for them, you have to whip out your signature dual 9mm Villiers finger pistols. Who needs real guns anyway? That conversation you just had? It would have gone better had you snapped those bad boys at them. Note.
Estaba en el botiquín.
A small cabinet on the wall is filled with various medicine bottles, nasal sprays, and blister packs. They all bear the Saint Baptiste Pharmaceutics logo.
Amoníaco.
Okay. Don't, like, overdo it or something.
Vamos a irnos. El amoníaco lo tenemos en objetos, ¿no? Vale. Vamos a volver al cuerpo. Tengo los guantes también, ¿no? Los debería poner antes. A ver, espérate. Vamos a ver ahora.
There he still is, looking right through you with his white eyes. The body below is entirely dedicated to that corpse smell. Emitting it is all it does now.
Vamos a ver si nos sale.
The ammonia only makes it
Y
worse.
la
The
fallamos, tío.
combination forces tears out of your ducts. You managed it. The second time, not so much. When the vomiting is done, your cheeks are wet with tears.
No me jodas, tronco. Uno, dos.
Are you okay, officer? You're facing tough odds here. It's a grave.
What is happening to you? You heard the coach. This is weakness. It cannot go on much longer, or you will lose.
Del 1 al 5.
An appropriate attitude. You need to get your shit together.
Del 1 al 4.
Then the world will turn away from you and leave you behind.
1, 2, 4.
No. You will get your shit together.
For a moment, the hanged man appears to smile. His lips.
Bitch fight, see? Bitches are at it.
Bitches about to kill each other, I think.
We should go and do something else. Give it half an hour. Then come back when you've gotten your act together.
You've gained a thought. When this dialogue is over, go to your thought cabinet and internalize it for special bonuses and effects.
¿Tienes una idea? Vaya tela. Vamos a dejarlo estar un poco. No sé que estemos media hora. Es que no sé dónde ir.
An old call box with a matrix of push buttons lists all the companies in the East Delta Commerce Center.
Voy a ver si vuelvo a llamar. Aquí. Se me abren. Pero quería...
You ring the doorbell, but just seeing the words Andro Orlando gets your hackles up. Its very existence is a threat to your masculinity, to say nothing of your hair.
3.
All you hear is static, but no one answers the call.
Un 5. Al taller de moda.
You wait for a minute or two, but all you get from the call box is silence.
Aquí no hay nadie.
No one answers the call.
Un 1.
An off-key melody starts playing after you ring the doorbell.
Kuno, please stop calling here. Grown-ups don't have time for your stupid games.
1, 2.
Oh, I'm sorry, officer. I thought you were... But the doorbell is broken, and the bookstore shouldn't even be on the list anymore. So I can't help you. Please don't call here again.
A single beep indicates that the line has gone dead.
Vamos a seguir llamando. 3. Un 6.
Looks like someone has melted half the plastic off with a lighter. The doorbell doesn't work anymore. You ring the doorbell, but nothing happens.
Que nos queda un 7, un 8 y un 11. Un 8.
Silence. No one's home at Fortress Accident.
Voy a llamar lo que me queda.
You hear static from the intercom speaker. It sounds as if someone has picked up. You can almost hear them breathe.
1, 2.
Yes, hello. This is Tricentennial Electric. Have you come to play?
Wait, but what happened to Slipstream SCA? There's no Tricentennial Electrics on the list.
1 al 4.
My God.
The lieutenant exchanges a look with you.
It's you. My God. I didn't think I would hear your voice here.
It's a woman, and she knows you. Your heart beats faster. She must be mistaking you for someone else.
1 al 3.
Michelle, just please.
Sounds like a ghost. Wind blows through your clothes and you feel detached from your surroundings. Inside the building.
Why did you even call? I don't understand. You've been gone for months. I thought you didn't care.
1, 2.
Ever since I came to work here, it's been different. As if my mind's been wiped.
A spot of static overrides her words. When she speaks again, it sounds like she...
It's so nice. It's so nice to be able to finally meet again.
1, 2.
She sounds like she's about to cry. The cold is deep under your skin, as if you were talking to someone who's 100 years away. Somewhere inside the building, water is flooding the cellar floor. She doesn't answer.
1, 2.
Silence. The only thing you can hear now is static and waves washing ashore on the bay.
1 al 4.
Another seagull passes by. It's getting cold.
I don't know what happened either. We should probably stop playing with this thing.
1, 2.
You press the number sign on the keypad that terminates the call. 12 name cards on the call box read. Silence. No one answers your call.
Podemos volver a llamar aquí.
No. Hold on. The last thing you need in your life is more hysteric emotions. Forget it. Find something else to do.
¿No podemos sacar más del porterillo este?
Every snowflake is like a little gift.
Vamos a algo nuevo por ahí.
A striking woman leans against the cabin top of her sailing boat, smiling as you approach. Her green raincoat.
Good morning, officers. I'm Joyce. Joyce L. Messier. I represent the board of Wild Pines, the owners of the harbour. You gentlemen must be from the RCM.
1 5.
I'm glad to see you here.
Like steel. There is strength there. If
I was dispatched to handle a strike, not a lynching. Anything I can do to assist the RCM in this matter, I...
That is good to hear, madame. My colleague will take the lead on this interview. I should let you know that he is recovering from an unusual medical episode.
it happens quicker than a shooting star. But did the lieutenant just...
How interesting. I wish you a swift recovery. In the meanwhile, you have my full cooperation, and the full cooperation of the Wild Pines group.
Del 1 al 6. Y me sale un 6. Ahora a repetir.
Quite a few things, I'm afraid. The information I'm to share with you includes sensitive trade secrets. For the sake of my employer, I have to ask for your names and badge numbers.
Of course, ma'am. We should have introduced ourselves. I am Lieutenant Kitsuragi from Precinct 57, and this is my colleague from Precinct 41. I'm afraid he doesn't have his badge at the moment.
How curious. Why is that, Detective? I see. So, are you saying you lost your badge during the course of this episode?
1 al 3.
Oh dear. Some kind of encephalopathic amnesia. I do believe you, naive as that may sound. I simply can't...
As I said, ma'am, his technique may be very unconventional, but he is enough.
Of course, I sympathize. But I'm afraid I simply can't share anything more until I've seen that badge.
1 al 2. Puedo jugar, eh.
She's a negotiator. Just float a favor at her. Insinuate.
I will be frank with you. If I'm going to break protocol, I need to be able to justify it to my superiors. They're going to...
You're in, but expect her to drive a hard bargain.
Reports from inside Terminal B suggest it's a hub for the local drug trade. This is an open secret in Martinez. The Union controls the terminal, so it goes to reason.
They're profiting from this trade.
The company has tried looking into this matter before, to no avail. Perhaps someone with your authority and resources might turn over the right stones, or you can recover your badge. Though if I may be blunt with you, it sounds like...
Detective, a word in private before we continue. This is not going quite as I hoped it would, Detective. Honestly, I was expecting you to use your unorthodox technique to keep her off balance, and you know, not volunteer us to be her henchman.
1 al 2.
This woman is running circles around us. She might have known about your misplaced badge all along, or she's simply an adept improviser. Either way, we've played straight into her hands.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, that would be fantastic, but do we have the time? The world is large and your badge is 8 by 6 centimeters. You could request a new one from your station, but that would literally take months.
1 al 3.
No. If there is reasonable suspicion, we must investigate. Otherwise, she could claim we are siding with the Union. What I propose is, we ask her, then we investigate, briefly. But do not share the outcome of this investigation with her. We tell her it's done and demand for her information on the lynching.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with?
Del 1 al 6.
Everything. Right up to, but not including, trade secrets.
1 al 3.
I believe the official title is Senior Labor Negotiator. In practice, I'm a grocery clerk. I relay the union's...
And how are the talks going?
They're not. That's the problem. The union stopped all negotiations a week ago.
Wait, she just admitted that the lynching and the...
Now they won't even let me into the harbour. There's a 2-meter 20 racist behemoth blocking the gates.
1, 2 o 3.
Yes, Jean-Luc Measurehead.
2 o 3.
Yes, I believe there is a connection, but that's a subject for later. Let's say I was not making the kind of progress I'd hoped for when I first arrived.
And when did you first arrive?
I arrived 3 weeks ago. Yes, in the middle of February. The bay was still partially frozen then. I prefer to do these things on...
But the strike began in December.
I wasn't the original negotiator here. I took over after Mr. Gaumont hit a wall with Mr. Clare, the union boss. Mr. Clare refused to speak with Gaumont despite concessions he'd granted the union in prior negotiations.
This isn't the first time the union has gone on strike?
Heavens no. There have been 2 prior strikes. Both times the union won significant concessions, including overtime pay and a medical plan. This time their demands are more, I guess you could say, aggressive.
Del 1 al 5.
There are leaflets everywhere, and banners. What did they say again? Oh yes, every worker, a member of the board.
Del 1 al 5 otra vez.
Then you might also like their other slogan. Demand democracy.
Del 1 al 3.
Personally, I agree. It lacks the pizzazzo of every worker a member of the board. It's quite simple, you see. Every time the Wild Pines group makes a decision, about what? About anything really, it needs the signature. Just so you understand, this is but one of 22 terminals owned by Wild Pines. Essentially, not only are they kings of the company, they are also kings of the 72,000 employees of Wild Pines
Del 1 al
Group.
4.
That may well be. It's not up to me to decide who is king, but as negotiations go, I'm not sure. Naturally, I assume that was just their opening position, a hard-nosed tactic with a side of mockery. But there's been no follow-up, just the same nonsensical slogan repeated over. And now, people are getting lynched, I hear. Behind the whirling in rags, a disastrous situation.
Excuse me, from whom did you hear about this lynching?
I first heard it from the boyer at the gates. The one whose very name advertises his aversion to work. I think he said it was, "Call me mañana."
This checks out.
1 al 5.
The scabs? You mean the huddled masses of Jamrock, come to plead?
Don't let her answer it herself.
Del 1 al 4.
If these strikebreakers were organized by Wild Pines or its affiliates, then it would be a company secret. I could not share it with you. Not yet, at least.
Del 1 al 5.
Everard Clare is a man of the utmost integrity. If you can say one thing about him, it's that he always puts the interests of the... Of course not. Everard is fantastically corrupt. I imagine he has a thick, viscous goo where you...
If you were to prick it with something sharp, you could see it oozing out. A knife, maybe? No, a rapier.
4.
Oh, heavens, no. We get along just fine. Yet, now that you mention it, I can't stop imagining that black treacle just dribbling down his double chin. He is the most corrupt individual I have ever seen, and I deal with men like him for a living. If there is anyone more venal, more irredeemably nepotistic, then it's his twin brother, Edgar. Yes, Edgar looks exactly like his brother, except for that lazy eye. He also talks exactly like Everard does. And when it's how they circumvent the term limits, you see, with a funny little switcheroo. While in office, they've embezzled God knows how much of their workers' dues.
Uno, dos.
Of course.
Uno, cinco.
Of course. How else can I help?
Tengo el 6.
Is what you want to say, but it isn't that easy, is it? Look at that lady. Take a gander. Squint your eyes.
Uno, dos.
A well-kempt, yet tastefully short bob of dark hair. Despite the first hints of grey, she's elected to keep it, oh, not positively statuesque, while dull orange pearls hang from her hairlobes, red from the cold. Her light green eyes scan you, full of, now look at you, you misery-clad simian, barely able to tie your own laces. Your armpits are lakes. A scythe of booze precedes you. You're poor, poor as balls. You can't ask this person for money. You're too.
Tengo el 6.
Maybe you could ask her for some stock tips. That's a maybe. Or a job. But
As I was saying, if there's any way I may be of assistance, please don't hesitate to ask.
Tengo el 6.
Of course, Detective. Take care.
Lo dejamos aquí. Hay algo. Okay.
a sturdy metal door guards the southwest entrance to the apartment building. It's locked.
Uno, dos. Ya tapamos.
Yeah, you better keep walking.
Pasa, no me dejas entrar.
There must be another way into the building.
The spread pattern of these bullet holes makes your chest ache. Your breath grows heavier.
Tengo el 3.
Just an ordinary wall. Nothing to see here. There he still is, looking right through you with his white eyes. The body below is entirely dedicated to that corpse. There he still is, looking right through you. There are several footprints in the mud, left by... an inconspicuous pile of the roofing material, Eternite.
Vamos a tirarla.
Because there's a secret door hidden behind the panels of Eternite. That's why they're two. There it is. You see a shabby little door.
What is this then? A tool shed? Let's investigate.
Be still, my beating heart. The lieutenant isn't studying the powder in the mirror. He's studying you.
Al 3.
Of course, detective. Swift justice. Don't worry, we don't have to investigate every trace of...
Yeah, swift, lightning justice.
See that ladder there? It's probably another way into the industrial harbor, no? A secret path the local...
Vamos a coger ahí la chaqueta.
Looks like someone left his tarpaulin cloak hanging. When the wind ruffles the cloak, you can most definitely see a white rectangle on its back.
1, 2.
Yes, it's probably yours. It bears the RCM insignia, and you have a habit of being careless. You could probably make the jump. You look like you've done some track and field in your day.
que la podemos cagar. Del 1 a 5. Pues sí, un 4. Atención, señores, que podemos morir. Sí, nos vamos a matar. ¿No?
Nope, no. That's still too high. What were you thinking? You're not... You could have died there. Shit, 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 shit. I'm failing you.
Hey, hey! What happened? I understand.
Oh.
We can always come back when you are feeling better. It's just a cloak after all.
Del 1 a 5. Todavía no. 5. Para recoger basura. No podemos ir por ahí, tío. No sé por qué vale esto.
The tarpaulin cloak with possible RCM markings is still caught on the railing.
The cloak? I do think it's yours, yes. As to whether you... Well, it doesn't seem too dangerous. 2 meter stops. Whenever you're ready to do it, I'll be right behind you.
The wind is aggressive up here. The lieutenant looks at the enormous crane towering in the distance over the container yard. That machine is a Kvalsund 1020 HK.
1-4.
His eyes trace the crane's contour, as if trying to memorize its
Yes. We were in the middle of something. Your clock. What are we doing? We're awfully close to breaking into the industrial harbor. Or it could be that we are just exploring.
pues creo que lo vamos a dejar aquí por hoy. Así que saludos cordiales, abrazos virtuales y nos vemos en los bares. Chao.